This morning, we're here to talk about the Latino vote in the midterm elections. First of all, we know that the Latino community is a large and growing population. The most recent census estimates are that there are 47 million Latinos living in the United States. That's a 37% increase from 2000 to 2009. One of the most remarkable findings of our poll was when we asked Latino voters, registered voters, what issues are important to them in this election. For the first time, polls are showing that immigration has emerged as the top priority for Latino registered voters. When asked which issues are important, the first issue for 27% of Latino registered voters was immigration, followed by employment, cost of living, healthcare, and then education at the bottom. When we asked Latino registered voters what are important elements of comprehensive immigration reform, we saw a variety of responses. In California, we saw that a path to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who have obeyed by the laws of this country or followed the rules is the top priority for a comprehensive immigration reform legislation, followed by path to citizenship for all undocumented immigrants, and then followed by easier petitioning for relatives and visas. But if we look at Colorado, Florida, and Texas, border security emerged as the third most important component of comprehensive immigration reform. An overwhelming majority of Latino registered voters believe that if Latinos vote in November, comprehensive immigration reform is likely to pass.
What we see is the Latinos are not knee-jerk responding and voting in traditional Hispanic ways. I think that's what's fascinating. You're seeing kind of an evolving. Latinos are going to be and are starting to show in that trend to be the next ticket splitters. Comprehensive is code. It has unfortunately become code for amnesty. People think you mean full amnesty for 12 million undocumented immigrants who are in this country. Now we're talking about dividing the rhetoric between the reality. We agree, Maria and I can agree, and many Democrats and Republicans agree on enforcement. We agree on the enforcement on the border, yep. Exterior, interior, overall, there's nuances, and you can play political games, but let's get past that for right now. We agree on the enforcement aspects, helping businesses be able to know so they're not knowingly employing undocumented. It's this issue of what to do with the individuals who are here. Republicans recognize we need a humane, compassionate approach to deal with this, dividing people out and matching labor with needs.
It's very interesting that you said that the word comprehensive is dead within the Republican base. But that is the only thing that is going to get the ear of Latino voters in this country. So where does that put Republican candidates? They have to basically flip-flop if that's what they're going to do. They have to tack to the right, and some of them might be able to do this very, very deftly in order to get any support among the general population, especially among Latinos. They are going to have to talk about comprehensive immigration reform, because that is what Latinos understand to be the two pillars, which is strong enforcement. That is, I completely agree that is something we all need to be on board with, as well as a fair and humane path to citizenship.
Today, Univision and AP released another poll that showed that there's a sense of anxiety within the Latino community as well. That's a real shift, again, from this optimistic perception Latinos had for the future to feeling under siege. Is that something that you think Republicans take advantage of?
When you tick up the debate on immigration, it has an impact in raising the amount of anxiety Latinos feel.
One last question for both of you. What are the headlines the morning of November 3rd?
November 3rd, 2010.
November 3rd, 2010. What
Democrats keep this House and Senate.
Republican sweep, Latinos were part of it.
All right.